Hi, I wanted to cover this exporting script that I have written for the Gimp. It allows me to export the individual layers that make up a character, and I can export their location relative to each other, and also I'm exporting the origin of each image so that when it's imported into Blender, um, they will have their origin where I want the bones to go. So let me try to go over this succinctly. You'll notice that I have a series of layers. At the top here I have the joint layers, and these are simple images that correspond to where I want the origin of each of those parts to go. There's nothing special about these layers. They just have the center is just exactly where I will have a bone. So what the script does is it looks at the joint, it looks for joints, and then it looks for the name of that joint. And this is up arm. And then what we'll do is it will go through the list of other layers and find anything that has up arm in that list, and it will give the origin, the same origin as the joint here. So the other thing that this script does is it, by necessity, it trims off excess pixels. So if you have some slight amount of alpha, it will trim that off so that there's no excess pixels, and your image will be cropped tightly when it's exported. So I'll just run the script, and you can see it takes a few seconds because it is performing that pixel trimming operation, and it goes through all of the layers, and it has not there. We started now. I've already run it once, so you really won't see the difference. And it writes this information to a text file, the standard output text file that the GIMP uses. And that file is read in by Blender. So I've exported all of the layer location and origin information now. So after that, I use the inbuilt function that the GIMP has for exporting each layer as an image. And I don't use the renaming function here, so I just hit OK, and it's exporting all of the layers as individual images. Now, those by default get exported to the user directory. Let's see. So all these images are in the user directory. I can leave them here for now, but I would typically move them to a location that's more suitable. So they're all exported here, and I would move them, but now I'll go to Blender and I'll show you the imports process. So I'll go to import images as planes. This is a plugin that comes with Blender. I don't think it's enabled by default. So I'll navigate to my user folder and select all these images. And I will click Use Alpha, Shadeless, Z Transparent, and for my purposes, I set my pixels per unit to be 112. That is a function that I'm not going to go into. It's particularly important when using a game engine like Unity, as we do, so that the sprite sizes match up when you export. Now, I'm not going to go into that at this time, so I'm just going to hit Import Images as Planes, and you'll see that all of those sprites are imported. Now, all I need to do is go into my utility that I have written, and with them all selected as it does by default, I'll just hit Position Sprites, and the character is reassembled here in Blender. One feature that is not working particularly correctly with this character is that I'm also sorting them in the Z depth, which is not working right now because I think my naming was incorrect here, but the script also checks for the layer order and then correctly positions them along the Z-axis, although that's not shown here. As I think I need to work on that aspect of the script to make it a little bit more robust. But anyways, as you can see, each of these image objects have their origins set correctly, which is important for my use because I export sprite sheets for Unity out of Blender, and so yes, that is why. Anyways, this is, I think, all you really need to see, but there's a character rebuilt in Blender from the Gimp. Now, the Gimp, you could save a PSD file out of Krita. That's what I do. I usually build my characters in Krita and then export as a PSD to the Gimp, and we'll export the positions out of there. Hopefully, sometime in the near future, Krita will get a scripting language so that more tools like this can be written directly. But anyways, hopefully this is interesting to you. I'm hopefully going to be able to post this script sometime soon for your use. Thanks. Take care. Bye.